His record reads 27 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 20 wins by KO. From Toronto, Canada, the #1 ranked by the WBC, Donovan Ruddock. And in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks from East London, England, his record wins 21 contests, 21 wins, 18 by KO, the British, Commonwealth and European heavyweight champion, ranked by the WBC #2, Lennox Lewis. Scale 231.5 pounds, 16 stone, 7.5 pounds. Lewis 227.5 pounds, 16 stone, 3.5 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Take a punch, but that's often the big issue when a fighter fights his first major fight, and if they got the right stuff, they come through it. If he can take a punch, we may have something special here.
I'll look for Lennox Lewis to follow instruction. Now try to get as many jabs into the chest of Ruddock, take away that power, because Ruddock is not interested in nothing until the last round.
Not since the days of Bob Fitzsimmons in the last decade of the 19th century has an English-born fighter held the heavyweight crown. Is Lennox Lewis about to take a step toward wiping out that century of frustration? Or is Razor Ruddock indeed the uncrowned champion of the sport? We are about to find out. Ruddock wants to wrestle. Remember that the two fighters know each other exceedingly well, even though it has been years since they've been in the ring together.
I get the feeling that Ruddock is a bit overexcited, George.
Yeah, he's trying to be an aggressor, and he's not an aggressor. And at the same time, he wants to fulfill Floyd Patterson's dream to be a good boxer. This could be one of the most confused fighters tonight.
Which punch will dominate the bout? Will it be Lewis's jab, which you've seen there, or will it be Ruddock's smashing left hook? Lewis initiates the action so far. He says his plan is to stick the jab, stay relaxed, move away from the left hook, and outbox Ruddock.
Coach Floyd Patterson has been telling Ruddock, jab to the body so you can get the right hand in. Good left hook to the body, of course.
Ruddock did not remember to go to the body much against Mike Tyson in those 2 fights. He has begun with at least 1 body shot here. Both fighters using the jab to begin. There's the left hook, reaching and flailing by Ruddock. Short left hook.
Left hook hurt. He didn't intend for it to hurt because he caught him off guard, but believe me, Lewis is hurt at this moment.
2 minutes into round 1. Lewis sticking the jab. Ruddock shows the left hook but doesn't bring it. Among Ruddock's many technical shortcomings in recent fights is a tendency to telegraph all of his punches.
Good left jab. If Lewis can continue to establish his dominant jab, it makes us an easy fight. If he backs away, he's going to just fall victim to a wild left hook.
And Ruddock, who claimed that he would box, began with the jab, but in the last 30 seconds has been flailing with the left hook as always. That doesn't mean it's ineffective. He has so much power behind him. Right hand by Lewis. Ruddock goes down. A smashing
Razor Ruddock with one punch.
First round.
We'll go back to look at that punch. A straight overhand right. Ruddock had been waving that left hand menacingly, but keeping it low. Lewis sized him up. He had thrown two wild rights earlier in the round, but now he has really put... This is how it looked in real speed once again from above. Perfect right hand. Ruddock down.
You can't do it better. George, how will that change the fight?
Not at all, because Ruddock, he's been knocked down in the early rounds before. Doesn't change anything, but he's better respect more than the left jab of Lennox Lewis. He's got a right hand to worry about too.
Lewis hurting Ruddock with the left hook. Ruddock in serious trouble as Lewis pounds into the canvas. Second knockdown of the fight. And already Lennox Lewis has equaled Mike Tyson's knockout output against Razor Ruddock in both of the two Tyson-Ruddock fights. Lennox Lewis is in total command now. Can he finish? Right hand to the body. Ruddock in trouble. Second knockdown of round two.
That's all. It's over. We have a great new heavyweight on the boxing scene. Lennox Lewis may turn out to be not only the greatest heavyweight in British history, but the greatest fighter in European history.
I agree.
George, is he going to be heavyweight champion of the world?
There's nothing can stop this young man but himself. If he keeps his feet on the ground, he can become not only a good champion, but a clean liver and a well-spoken boy from a good family.
The amazing thing to me is he showed not only spectacular power, but perfect technique.
He had a good left hook. That's more than we expected tonight. Good overhand right, but a left hook that really dropped him the last time.
Razor Ruddock, as shocked as anyone else here by his quick knockout at the hands of Lennox Lewis.
I want to go back to something I said earlier, Jim. I don't trust the reputation of a man who made it based on losing two fights. Here's the first knockdown in the second round, which is the second round down of the fight. Very coolly, very efficiently going after Ruddock after the first round knockdown. Ruddock was hurt, came out in the second round trying to look like he could still fight, plainly had nothing left. And here is the end of the fight. Ruddock manfully trying to land something to get Lewis off him, but he can't.
Oh, look at that right hand.
No doubt about it, a clean knockout.
Referee Joe Cortez didn't even bother to finish the count.
Here in London, it's 1 o'clock, and would you believe the Sunday punch, 1 o'clock in the morning, Sunday in London, belonged to Lennox Lewis, not Razor Ruddock.
And dawn may be breaking at the end of a dark century for British heavyweights. Lennox Lewis of London is headed uptown.
Well, he just became the most Britisher in the British Isles.
That's right. He's no Canadian here anymore. You wonder how that man knocked out Riddick Bowe to win an Olympic gold medal? That's how he did it. Now, normally at this point, you would see Larry Merchant going into the ring to interview the two fighters. But the British Board of Boxing Control mandates that both fighters must be examined by doctors in the ring prior to any interview. So Larry will wait here at ringside with us. And Lewis comes to our side of the ring to wave to the crowd and say, I'm ready.
Lennox, right here. Right here.
I told you he could.
And Lewis gets the approval of George Foreman at close range. There's tremendous excitement in the ring. The British did not expect a full house in there as they've got right now. Lewis steps down. He is incredibly calm, George. If there was one thing we took away from our meetings with the two fighters yesterday, it was that Lewis was either faking it or was as calm before a big fight as any fighter you've ever
It's
seen.
the right way to be. He's passed every test in my eyes. I thought maybe the fight would go longer and he would win, but I never expected a dynamite left hook like that.
Lennox, you don't seem as stunned by the outcome of this fight as the rest of this crowd. Why?
No, because I visualized before the fight what exactly I was going to do. I realized that Razor is a person that gets agitated really fast, and even though I'm quiet, you can still hear my silence.
What does that mean exactly? You're looking across the ring, he was jumping up and down, he came out like 110 miles an hour. Did you feel that he was overexcited, that he was going to leave himself open?
I looked into his eyes and just looked at his, at his physical self, and I realized that, he was he looked scared to me, and I was just calm. I knew what I was going to do, and I knew what I wanted to do, so I just went out there and asserted myself and did it.
What did you want to do? What had you seen about Razor Ruddock that resulted in the result we got?
Well, I realized by watching tapes of him that he keeps his left hand really low. Razor's never been in with a guy that throws a natural right hand that is as fast as me, and that was a surprise for Razor Ruddock.
Is that why you threw those two wild rights in the first round, because you were anxious to get that in?
I was very anxious. One of my biggest problems is that I get too over-anxious, and I want to prove myself too fast. But with the help of my team around, with Courtney Sham, my conditioner, Harold Knight, Pepe Curris, Ali, and my sparring partners, Tubbs and Weaver, they helped me to overcome that.
What are your thoughts about Holyfield versus Bo and your opportunity to fight the winner?
I believe that, Holyfield, I give him the edge because he's a boxer and he's a workaholic. But before I said I was knocking at the door, I kicked down the door tonight. I'm coming after Holyfield.
Thank you very much.